So my god, it's CJ.com.
Hey guys, this is Jeff from CJ.com, and this is our review of the 13-inch 2010 MacBook Pro. Basically, this is the Core 2 Duo version, different from the 15-inch and 17-inch MacBook Pros, which come with the i5 and the i7. Now, the 13-inch MacBook Pro, as you can see right there, is quite a bit bigger than a netbook, so it's not as big as a netbook, but it's still portable and it still gives you that bit of performance. Now, the 2010 13-inch MacBook Pro doesn't get all the upgrades of the 15-inch and the 17-inch. For example, there is a faster GPU and there is a bigger battery, but there's only been a slight bump in CPU specs. You get a 2 kg full aluminium unibody case that you can see right there. This has a 2.4 gigahertz processor, Core 2 Duo, and there's a 13.3 inch display right there. So yeah, that's pretty decent. The 13, like I said before, the 15 and the 17-inch MacBook Pros do have the i5 and i7 processors. So that's there. There's also an NVIDIA GeForce 320M chipset with the backlit keyboards that you can see right there, which are very useful. There's also 4 GB of RAM and OS X 10.6, if I can just show you that. So yeah, that's OS X 10.6.3. And there's a whole bunch of ports on the side. There's the Gig E, the Firewire port, the mini display port, the 2 USBs that you can see right there, and the charging port, of course. There's also an SD card reader and a single shared line in and out port. And of course, this is very useful. This is the battery indicator right there, using which you can see the battery life that you have. Like, this is full charge, for example. So yeah, that's cool. I would imagine the build quality is amazing. The MacBook Pros have always had amazing build quality. So right there you can see the 8x slot loading DVD drive, 240 GB on the drive. I can try and show you that. And the resolution of the screen that you can see right there is 1280 by 800, which is a little bit old school, I would say. There's also 2 USB ports on the side that you saw right there, on the left side, and there's also an SD card reader, and the battery is very interesting though. The battery, if I can show you right there. So yeah, the battery is the battery is basically a 63.5 watt hour battery. It does last longer than any other MacBook Pro. It lasted about 6 hours of battery. You can check out our post for more details on the battery life. The screen also, as you can see, is quite clear. Very bright, probably the brightest screen I've seen in a while. The MacBook Pros always have had a very bright screen because of the glossy finish that you can see right there. You can also make it better, more brighter, more darker, depending on how you want. Sound quality is really loud. Let's see if I can just... So sound quality is pretty loud. The MacBook Pros have always had a very loud speaker. This of course doesn't disappoint. Apart from that, there's a lot of stuff that we've covered in the blog post. You will have to check out the blog post. There's also a couple of benchmarks that we put up there. But apart from that, I guess that would be it. Temperature wise, the MacBook Pro aluminium does conduct heat very, very easily. So it does get a little bit warm, but not as bad as the 15-inch and 17-inch models. What else? Yeah, I think that's about it. Check out the blog post for more details on this. I know this is a very brief overview video, but we have gone into detail on the blog post on zomagayscj.com. If you have any questions or comments about the 13-inch MacBook Pro, do let us know and we'll try to answer them as fast as we can.